Six Flags America in Upper Marlboro, Maryland is one of those Six Flags parks that often isn't thought very highly of. Oftentimes they receive hand-me-down attractions, and they aren't known for being the best Six Flags park in the chain. For this video, I'm looking at realistically what they could be adding in the next 5 years, but also what they could add in the next 5 years that would really make the park better than it already is. That includes receiving new roller coasters that aren't from other parks, or paying more attention to detail in terms of their park appearance, things like that. So before I get into their new attractions, let's take a look at what they've added in their last 5 years. They added a new roller coaster in 2012 and 2014. Both of them were hand-me-downs from Six Flags Great America. In their last 5 years, they also rethemed an area, expanded the water park, and this year in 2015, they're adding a flat ride, Bourbon Street Fireball. And looking at these past 5 years from 2011 to 2015, that's not a bad 5 years at all. So let's get to it. In 2016, what I think they should be adding is a SkyScreamer. Almost all of the Six Flags parks have one of these attractions, and they're really fun family rides. They give you a great view and provide some solid thrills. The park used to have height restrictions, saying that you couldn't build a new ride that's over 200 feet tall. However, they recently extended this, so now if they added a SkyScreamer, they could potentially make it the tallest ride in the park. I think they should add this ride before any other attraction. 2017 is a toss-up. They could receive a few different things and it could go over well either way. However, what would really be cool is if we brought an RMC Iron Horse to this park. RMC has been revamping wooden roller coasters that aren't as popular and turning them into the best rides in the park. And these attractions really bring in guests, especially the coaster enthusiasts. As soon as one of these rides pop up, everyone wants to go ride it. By adding this in the park, I can almost guarantee you that attendance would increase. As for what roller coaster to revamp, the Roar. Wild One is a classic and in my opinion should not be touched. That is a great wooden roller coaster, and I would not want the RMC Iron Horse treatment to come to that ride. Roar, however, is okay. Its layout is fine, it's not the smoothest ride, and it's one of the weaker coasters from GCI. However, its layout is good enough that an RMC really could make it a really cool ride. They could add some overbank turns, throw in some inversions. There's a lot to work with. And like I said, Six Flags America hasn't added a brand new original roller coaster since the Batwing in 2001. So adding an original roller coaster like this really would be fantastic. It would be a great fit for the park, and it would bring in some significant attendance. And from what we've seen RMC do, I have no doubt in my mind that this ride would overthrow Superman Ride of Steel as the best new ride in the park. As for 2018, I think that they could add a fun flat ride. Right now, Six Flags America's only flat ride is their Drop Tower. Now, if they did add the SkyScreamer in 2016, then they would have two. However, what they need is something traditional, perhaps a Huss Frisbee or a Top Spin. We saw La Ronde add Demon recently, and Six Flags Great Escape added a Frisbee recently, so we know Six Flags is still adding flat rides. It's a small enough attraction, but still provides thrills. It would work very well at the park. In 2019, it will have been 6 years since Six Flags America will have expanded their water park when they added the bonsai pipelines. So in 2019, I think they should turn their attention back to Hurricane Harbor and add a new slide complex. To the right is an aerial view of Six Flags America via Google Earth, and it gives you an idea of where they could potentially put in a slide complex. There's a fair amount of space back up against the wave pool and their kiddie area, and they could easily fit in a few slides there. In 2020, I could see a few things. Assuming all of this 5-year plan happens to come true, 2020 should be a year geared towards a new roller coaster. As for where to put it, I see two good spots of land right next to Superman Ride of Steel. There's the one in between Batwing and Superman Ride of Steel, and there's one also near the station for Superman, that's also closer to Joker's Jinx. In terms of what roller coaster, I could see a Gerstlauer Eurofighter, or, assuming Batman the ride goes over well at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, I could see them putting in one of those 4D free fly coasters by S&S there. Both of these coaster types are very complex and would fit in the area and go with the park very well. Now, some of you might point out that Six Flags isn't the best of friends with Gerstlauer after what happened on the New Texas Giant. However, by 2020, I would hope that their relationship has gotten better and that Six Flags has decided to buy more of their attractions. They produce some very solid rides, and a Eurofighter would work very well here. However, if by 2020 they're still not interested in working with Gerstlauer, an S&S 4D coaster would work very well here. Plus, it would bring the first ever fourth dimensional roller coaster to the East Coast. And like anything from RMC, it would bring in attendance. So here's a recap of what the next 5 years at Six Flags America could look like. There's certainly a lot of possibilities, and I have no doubt in my mind that if Six Flags added these 5 things in these 5 years, then Six Flags America really would improve. In my opinion, it's a bit of an underrated park and is often overlooked, so these would definitely improve it. It's all about whether Six Flags decides to add these attractions or not. I think that some of these predictions really are realistic. I think we very well could be seeing a top spin or a frisbee here at this park. And it probably will come within the next 5 years. And we'll probably see a water park expansion at some point. The 2 things though that really are up in the air are the RMC hybrid treatment of Roar and the new roller coaster that could be coming in 2020. Now you also have to remember that 5 years is a long time, and it's very possible that a new ride manufacturer could come out with a brand new attraction and Six Flags could decide to test it out at Six Flags America. However, that's what's fun about predictions. It's going out on a limb and saying this would work very well at this park. And then if you're wrong, oh well, but if you're right, then everyone's like, whoa, how'd you predict that? So only time will tell what could be coming to this park. And if Six Flags decides to go this route, then I think that we can be seeing some very good things from this park in the future. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Post your comments below about your thoughts on this video, and do me a favor, make sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, then make sure to subscribe. A shout out goes to all of those who sent in some of the photos that were used in this video. If you're interested in having some of your photos used in one of my videos, check out the description for further instructions. If you'd like to go further in depth with Coaster Studios, like the Coaster Studios Facebook page for interactive discussions and behind the scenes footage. You can also check me out on Twitter. Until next time, Coaster fans, until next time.